So what is true security? A business? A job? Can a business ever be truly secure? Listen, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. And he gives us the power to create wealth, to establish his covenant. Hey, everybody, my name is Paul Bacco, founder of Christian Business Incubator. I've run a virtual incubator for over 15 years now, worked with more than 965 clients, and started 10 different companies in 10 different markets with 10 different business models. And I've been looking for answers to these questions for years. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what I found with my decades of experience. First, we must wrap our head around time and security. With a job, we have a measure of security, but it's false security because we're not the head, only the tail. When you're starting a business, it's more like a crock pot than a microwave. You might be thinking, well, maybe God didn't call me to start a business, or maybe this is all there is. Listen, I can promise you that this is not the case. If you're feeling the drawing or the calling or the tickling for more, then that is what you need to follow. That's the Holy Spirit talking to you. Because in Deuteronomy 8:18, God tells us that he gives us the power to create wealth. Why? To establish his covenant. Well, since God is love, then his covenant is a love covenant and involves people. See, the world system is love money and use people. The kingdom system is love people and use money. And Jesus told us, seek first the kingdom and all these things will be added. We do the seeking, he does the adding. I mean, what do you think builds hospitals, funds ministers, feeds hungry children, funds ministries, digs wells, gives clean waters? What do you think rescues the sex trafficked? It's money, money, and money. With a good heart, money's good. And if God can get it through you, he can get it to you. Jesus prayed, listen, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Well, guess what the streets of heaven are paved with? Gold. Gold. That's to be our position. Money underfoot, more than enough, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. But listen, my friend, if God doesn't force anyone to accept Jesus, which is the one thing, he certainly is not going to force anyone to accept his covenant blessing of wealth, period. And the Bible teaches us in Mark 4:28, it's first the blade, then the ear, then the full corn in the ear. There's a kingdom progression, a sequence, small, medium, large. And when we make the mistake of thinking that we can start a business today and enjoy a massive harvest tomorrow, we're setting ourselves up for failure. That's not kingdom. That's not operating in biblical kingdom principles. We walk, then we run. We're faithful in the little, then he gives us more. We're good stewards. And the good news is we can accelerate the process by choosing the model that we put our hands to with wisdom. Some business models are low and slow, low margins and slow growth. Others can be fast and big. Some business models require you to be Einstein or a rocket scientist. Some are simple. Some change every other day. Some are evergreen. Some are dependent on the economy, the politics, the season, and some are not. When we pick up one end of the stick, we automatically pick up the other end of the stick. So it's incredibly important that we choose which business model that we work with care, diligence, and prayer. Second, it's even more important than ever that we do not try to do this on our own. There's just simply too many blind spots and things are changing too fast. The Bible teaches in Proverbs 15:22, plans go wrong for lack of advice. Many advisors bring success. I think of it this way. Listen, if I'm going to cross a minefield, it's probably a good idea to follow somebody who's already been across, right? Have you ever met somebody successful in a bunch of different business models and you're wondering like, how the heck do they even do that? Well, I believe it's their mindset. I believe it's their mindset. Faith occurs in the 6 inches between our right ear and our left ear. It's not in our knee ear, our foot, our earlobe. The furthest distance you're ever going to have to travel is 6 inches from your right ear to your left ear. So how can you harvest more, to sow more into the kingdom? How can you get 100% of your time back and never have to worry about money again? There are 3 critical things that I've learned in my 20 plus years of evaluating over 150 different business models. as a Christian entrepreneur. And I put my observations and these 3 keys that I had to learn the hard way into a Christian entrepreneur manifesto, along with some step-by-step demonstrations. And there's no opt-in required. So it might be interesting for a Christian entrepreneur looking to start their next business or their first business, looking to escape the 40-40 plan or cubicle city, 40 hours a week, 40 years, the rat race, 9-to-5 grind, not have to work for themselves or someone else till the age of 80. So you can click the link below to check it out now. If you want to see how Chris started making 30 grand a month, or even how Renee started making 20 grand a month, and our clients see results like this all the time. So if you're willing to put in the work, you feel like you'd be a good fit for this incubator, then click the link below. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it.